Welcome in to episode 20 of Pixel Yaps. 20 episodes. Starring myself, Cesire, and my co-host here.
Hello, everybody. 20 episodes. What
Oh
the
my god. Your Discord does not like it when you do that.
No?
No. It got so upset. Do you have your noise suppression on in Discord?
Oh, think I might. I think I might have it on.
We'll mess with that later, but I've noticed the last time it did it and this time it did it. When you come in all excited, it's like your mic doesn't know what to do.
Okay. Here, studio, pure open mic, no processing. Hopefully this will be better. Hopefully that will be better. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Did you just okay, good. I was like, did you just move away from your mic?
No. Did I? Did it change things?
Why are you so quiet? It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna turn up my system volume. I'll figure it out in post. Anyway.
Better?
Yeah, we're
Can I
good.
turn up my mic? Okay. Turn up my mic. Yeah. We're doing this live, so occasionally you will experience a little bit of scuff. But yeah, welcome back to episode 20 of Pixel Yaps. Wow, the big 2-0.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, sis? You still want to do this with me?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. She sounded
yeah.
so exhausted. She's like,
yeah. I am exhausted.
I guess I have to. Oh my god.
I am exhausted. I haven't recovered from Next Fest.
You know, there's a few people that I feel like go really, really hard on Next Fest. You're one of them. Lava's another. Maika, if you don't know Maika, you should totally check her out. She goes really hard on Next Fest as well. Oh my goodness. I usually cap myself. I usually do about 2 or 3 Next Fest streams, and I usually cap myself at maximum 3 games each stream. Just to give myself time to digest. You know, I'm a big believer of digestion. Mental digestion, at least. And so yeah, you don't give yourself time to digest. You're just like, okay, done, next. Check. What's next on the list?
Fair.
Oh god. But yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, so I don't know. I started out not quite as crazy as I've gotten, but honestly, Next Fest has been so good for my I guess my brand, if that's what you want to call it. Like I've met so many cool devs, and so many of the keys that I've been offered were like directly because I covered their Next Fest demo. So like,
yeah,
it's kind of a no-brainer, and you know, it's great for Pixel Yaps because it gives me a ton of stuff to talk about, and it's just really nice to see what's out there because my goodness, there is so much, and this Next Fest especially was so strong.
It was. I'm glad it was. I feel like honestly, Next Fest being strong is always a little bit of a hit or miss. Like sometimes you have games on there that are like, you know, they're okay. But sometimes you have games on there that will just like blow you away. Like I'm still hung up on Little Kitty Big City. I feel like that was a beautiful game, and they did so well with that during Next Fest. And I feel like this one had some really, really strong contenders, honestly.
Well, yeah, in Little Kitty Big City, if I remember correctly, they had a Next Fest specific demo. So like they mentioned like, oh, this is part of, you know, like they like mentioned it basically.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Which I always
You're
think
right.
is kind of extra special. I know it's extra work, and so I don't expect devs to do it, but I notice when they do.
I love it. It was great.
Yeah. But yeah,
so
it's man, it was a lot. I guess maybe we should start at the logical place, which is the thing that Luna put her heart and soul into today.
What do you mean? What did I put
Which is not those ones. This one. Oh no, the Next Fest faves.
The next fest phase. My heart.
Yeah.
So I literally put 2 things on there. Literally put 2 things on there.
Listen, we're not talking about how much heart or soul is available. Like,
But usually, for those that don't know, Sess is usually the one who puts the slides together. I'm the editor. Sess is the live host person.
yeah, that's why it's so scuffed.
It's not that scuffed. It's fine. A little bit of scuff never hurt anybody. But yeah, I actually messaged her today and I was like, okay, we should probably talk about this and this and this and this and this, and I want to mention this and this, and we should make a slide for next fest. And I capped her. I was like, you get 2 fave games and 1 co-op game slot. So I'm actually really surprised that you managed, honestly. I thought I was going to get a message of like, Luna, I can't do this. There were too many games.
Oh, I'm still planning on talking about war. I don't know what you're talking about. These are just my faves, and I want to do air quotes here because, oh gosh, I can't choose favorites. I don't know how.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, for me, the one that definitely stood out above and beyond was The Witch's Bakery. I loved the kind of like, I don't even know how to call it. This was it like kind of a little bit of stop motion animation that it had. I loved that it was like a book style storytelling, I guess. Um, it was just it was just really, really, really gorgeous. The attention to detail, like it was all about basically a witch who goes back to Paris and she opens a bakery, and the way that her magic works is that she makes people feel certain ways with her baking, her bread and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was really, really sweet. That's the way that her magic works. I think she's like a love witch or witch of feeling. I don't know, something like that. A witch of heart. Witch of the heart. I think that was it, yeah. And it was just so lovely. There are a lot of French words in there. And it did catch me up a little bit, but it was a good brush up. And it's just, I love the coloring. I love that they paid attention to like the Parisian fashion and like her hair. Somebody actually pointed this out to me, but her hair is like a little brioche bread. Um, it's so cute. The companion that you get, everything. It really tugs at your heartstrings straight from the start. Every character has a purpose for being there. Everybody's like intertwined in one way or another. And I only played an hour of this. I had to leave. I was like, I am 1,000% convinced that I'm gonna love this game. So I don't wanna overplay it now. This is one that went straight on my wish list that I absolutely aim on getting the second it releases, because it was really good. It was a really, really, really solid game. The storytelling was great. The animation is beautiful. The graphics are beautiful. It's quirky. It's cute. It has little jokes. It's right up my street. 100%. Highly recommend. I don't actually know. I don't think this one has a demo up anymore. But I would highly recommend checking out some gameplay footage on YouTube and stuff for it. Maybe even watch back my own VOD if you'd like. Um, because it is honestly, it's worth it. It's worth it, and I'm stoked to play this when it fully releases.
Yeah, it looks like they've taken down the demo, which a lot of them do right close to release, so that's a good sign. Yeah, I mean the art does look like right up your alley. I saw one of the faces that the characters made and I was like, yep, that's a Luna game. Yeah, that looks very charming. And you did play it for I noticed you did play it for like an hour, so I was like, yeah, that's usually a pretty good sign.
Yeah, I had to tear myself away from it. It wasn't like looking at the clock like, oh my god, is the hour almost up? And I was looking at the clock like, oh no, the hour is almost up. You know? So yeah.
Much like she was
out for me.
Much like she was doing before the podcast today, which we'll get into later.
Yeah. I did I did want to do some honorable mentions that I also like that obviously didn't make the slide because I'm sure Cess will do the same.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do that
um,
after the slide if you'd like.
we'll
Unless
do
you
that
haven't.
after the slide. Okay, that sounds good. As long
Write
as we
them
do
down.
have our
Write them
honorable
down.
mentions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, so next up, one of the demos that really stood out for me and actually really stood out for Sleeping Bella, one of our fellow creators, is Mayor May Nots. And I
May or
think,
may not.
yeah, I
Okay.
think part of the reason it really stood out is because, well, first of all, they're calling themselves a cozy horror, which you're always
Oh,
just like,
God.
excuse me, like, what do you mean? Now, hold on though, because Bella liked this. Hold on.
Okay.
Um, and so, initially you're just like, okay, well, how is that possible? Because you're just like
Yeah.
cozy and horror. That doesn't really mix together. Um, but basically, it uses kind of a claymation style artwork. So right off the
Oh.
bat, you get into the game and it feels very, Tim Burton. It feels like Nightmare Before Christmas or like, oh, I went to the wrong one. YouTube, please. It feels like Nightmare Before Christmas or Corpse Bride, stuff like that.
Oh, I see what you've
So,
done.
so it
Jesus,
it invokes those feelings. Um,
Okay.
but so obviously, that means different things to different people, right? Like what's scary to me is different from what's scary to you. So already they kind of gave themselves a hard job, in my opinion. But I found it absolutely charming, just oozing with
Okay.
personality. I mean, from the second you see your character and she's got these long braids with freaking hands at the end of them, you're like,
I was gonna say.
yeah, you use those hands. Like those are your hands because you keep your regular hands, or maybe you don't have regular hands. I don't know. They're always in your pocket.
Wonderful.
But yeah, so you get to this town and you don't have anywhere to stay, and they're like, we're not gonna let you in the main town, but you can like find somewhere to sleep in this haunted town. And that's the start of the game. And then you immediately get jump scared.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
But honestly, I feel like obviously, when it came to Bella,
God.
she screamed. She thought about quitting the game, but she didn't. She didn't. She kept going and
Okay.
she got more used to it. I mean, obviously they kind of got her a couple times, but like there's something here. They figured something out because they kept her attention, and she is not a horror game player.
No, she is not.
But the other interesting aspect is it's like so like obviously you've got the little horror stuff or whatever, but like you're rebuilding a town basically. So it's like it's almost like Animal Crossing in a scary setting. Like you have to get to know the people who live
like,
there and help them
Tim
rebuild.
Burton.
Animal Crossing.
Tim
Yeah.
Burton meets Animal Crossing. Lovely.
Yeah.
I did see you play a little bit of this game, and I was intrigued. It did creep me out a little bit. It creeped me out enough for me to be like, I don't want to watch this right now. So I did alt tab. Admittedly, I'm very sorry, but it intrigued me. It intrigued me.
I think part of the reason it works is because, while again there are the little jump scares, and you might even be able to turn down the intensity of those. I'm not sure. But it's like a static image when you see the monster. So I don't know. I think maybe that's kind of like where it's not quite so scary because it's not something that's like coming to grab you. It's a picture.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Well, except for the zombie. But yeah.
I love that popped up right after you said that.
That was like the most
It's just a
comical
picture.
timing.
Great.
But I don't know.
my
There was
goodness.
just something so charming about it, and like I said, it was just full of heart. So I found I liked it a lot, and enough to put it on my top, at least my top 10, top 5. So yeah, that's a pretty good endorsement. Check it out. May or may nots, or may not, sorry, no S at the end. They do still have their demo, so you can still check it out. They are slated for a potential May release.
I always found it really brave when horror games or like spooky games release early in the year instead of during Halloween.
Well, it's a gamble, right?
You
Because it's
know?
like releasing during
Yeah.
Halloween is the obvious choice, but
Yeah.
you might find that you are competing with like Resident Evil or
That
stuff
is
like
true, yeah.
that. Although
That
Resident Evil
if
released
you're
in
releasing
February.
at that time, yeah, if you're releasing at
Uh,
that time, at that Halloween time, a bunch of games do release their stuff at that time, so you would be just making the competition even steeper. And
mm-hmm.
I feel like in general, like spooky horror stuff is always a bit of a gamble. Um, so I guess it does make sense to release it earlier to give yourself a better shot. And then, that way people will already have their games that they're planning on playing during the Halloween time as well. So yeah.
Yeah. How about we move to your co-op choice so that you can talk a little?
Outbound. So my co-op choice for my Steam Next Fest phase, it was a really tight one. I really loved Animal Kind, but honestly, I was kind of hoping that Cess would put that on there all on her own. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take the gamble here.
It
Take the
works.
gamble. I'm very familiar with Gacha, so it's fine. um, but yeah, I put Outbound there because I'm not gonna lie. So at first, I was really into like creating my own camper van because you get to create your own camper van, which has always been a dream of mine to own a camper van. So it was really cool, like getting to create that dream camper van. Um, but like at the beginning, I kind of got a little bit bored with it. Like I think with co-op games, especially when I'm playing them with other people, I always kind of want to be the helper, right? So what I do is I instantly like I dart off. I
Helper.
beeline for the woods. Um and I fill up my inventory and I come back and I bring back a bunch of stuff. And then I just rinse and repeat and then people like start, crafting tools or um the building whatever we need. And so I don't really get to experience that whole crafting thing. And that sometimes after a while can feel a little bit boring. But that's not a outbound issue. That's just the thing that I have with a lot of these like co-op building games.
Well, and to be fair, you had to
Um,
craft your own tools, so
you did have to you did have to go craft your own tools, yeah, which is what I figured out. Like all of you guys suddenly had like pickaxes and stuff, and I was still walking around just picking
uh,
up stuff from the ground. I'm like, what the, So I went back, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, so I can create stuff now. Cool. So I created my stuff. But it's a really cute, cozy game. You have this camper van. You can play with friends. You don't each get your own camper van. You get one camper van that you
yeah.
share. Okay, sharing is caring, guys. Okay, suck it up. And then you just kind of drive around with this van. That we did notice that you should absolutely stay on the roads because if you drive it off road, well, um, one, it's really slow, and two, don't drive it off cliffs. You might
Yeah.
you might flip it over.
You might knock Cesire into the ether.
Yeah.
Was falling through the
But
world for like
otherwise,
3 minutes.
but otherwise, it was a really cute game. You go around with your camper van, you collect stuff from the woods, from your surrounding areas, debris, um, recyclables, all kinds of stuff. And then with these things, you make tools that you can then use to gather more, bigger things, and also building up your like little house on wheels. So you build floors, right? And you take these floors and you put them on top of your camper van, and you can like make a whole freaking building essentially, a whole little house on top of this camper van.
Which is
And
so
it looks
ridiculous, but so fun.
ridiculous. It looks so ridiculous, but also so funny. And I'm excited to hop back into this game and really go ham on the building.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's like it looks
it
dumb, but you
looks
don't
so
care.
ridiculous. No, exactly. It's a game, you know. We can be dumb in games. It's fine. And what I love even more is that you build this whole big house on top of your camper van, which looks ridiculous. And then when you fold the camper van up, like when you get ready to drive, you need to close all the doors. There's just two boxes.
Yeah,
Your
it's
whole freaking
amazing.
house that you built, the whole huge thing that you built on top of your camper van, just fits in two little boxes. It's fine.
It's like my favorite thing. I love it. It's so unreal.
But this is
uh,
like, I feel like this is like the perfect like chill Sunday game, like chill end of week game, when you just want to hang out with your friends, not have to think too hard, and have that kind of like going on a road trip feeling, you know?
mm-hmm. And I did
At least
have
virtually.
yeah, and it did have like lore tidbits that you could find, and
Yeah, yeah.
you could find landmarks in the world that looked, you know, like all of some of them, like the treehouse and one of the other ones had. I wouldn't call it a quest, but you basically had to find stuff around the area to open up the console. And so, like,
Hmm.
there's also this kind of entertaining aspect of just roaming around the world and seeing what you can find. That it was
Yeah.
just, it was really satisfying.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to hop. I think we're all gonna have to get this when it comes out and hop back
Mm-hmm.
into it and make
Mm-hmm.
like a road trip Sunday special or something.
Yeah, yeah. It was really fun.
People's road trip special.
Yeah. Well, and didn't they announce an early access date finally? Maybe I'm making stuff
um,
up, but oh yeah, planned release date April 23rd, and
there it is.
I don't know if they were going to do early access or not. So we'll see. The demo's still
We'll
there,
see.
so you can check it out. You can play it with your friends. It works really well in co-op.
Listen, guys, if there is a demo available and we say it's good, just go play it. No pressure. You've got nothing to lose. Literally though, like I'm not trying to be full of myself, but like you got nothing to lose. It's free. You're trying out the game for free, seeing if you like it, to see if it's something that you maybe down the line wanna end up getting once it releases. Definitely always take
Mm-hmm.
advantage of demos.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And it's it's a very long demo on top of that.
It is.
Like you could play
I
for
think
I mean,
as
one of
long
our
as you
yeah.
stay within the bounds, you can just keep on playing.
Yeah, you can play as long as you want. You just
Yeah.
like you're just limited to a certain area and obviously
Yep.
some of the items. Also, I was wrong. Not early access. It looks like it's going to be the full game. In
Oh,
April.
nice.
So,
April 23rd, that's my mom's birthday.
and there'll be some more like customizations. I think we'll be able to like soup up the van, make it so that it can off-road and stuff like that. So,
I'll be like, sorry, Mom, can't come to your birthday. Gotta go play Outbound.
that's right.
I'm sure that will go down really well, right? Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's the day before Lava Slug's birthday. There we go. We can make a Lava Slug Outbound birthday party. There we go. Done.
Mm-hmm.
It's done, guys. It's decided. Okay? Okay, cool.
All right.
Let's get to one of your games. You to go to your co-op game, or do you want to do the other one?
No, I'm gonna do the other one because we can do the co-op one together.
Okay.
So my other, and again, it was very hard to pick my top choices. I honestly just kind of like looked through my list of ones that I wanted to talk about today
Eeny, meeny,
and
miny, mo.
picked two of them. Yeah. But I really, really, really had a fun time. Like this is one that I had to stop myself on so that I could move on to other demos because I was having so much fun. It's Let's Build a Dungeon.
Such a good game.
It was
honestly.
so much fun. Like, there's just the amount of stuff that there is to do already. And the amount of stuff that they say you're going to be able to do is insane. It's like 3 games bundled into one, in my opinion. Because you've got
It's-
the Oh, go ahead.
It's wild. Like everything that you can do. Like it's literally that. Let's build a dungeon. No, it's not literally that. It's way more than that.
Yeah,
It's
well, because
way more than
it's
that.
let's build a dungeon, but also we're running a studio to build the dungeon.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, but
Game dev
it's
studio.
so well done. Just like it just works.
You have your a-hole employees. You have your let's just try our best. You have your toxic players, your die-hard players and stuff in the game. It seems to have Twitch integration now,
It
right?
does, yeah. So we had our Twitch viewers coming in as the testers and play testing our game. Which is just so heckin' cute. And so you have to so you're building a dungeon essentially, but really you're building a whole game. So you have to build the town that the people go to in order to play your game. So you got to build quests, you got to build places for the quests to happen. You can decorate inside those places, outside those places. Like it's just so fun. It really is like making your own little game.
Yeah, let's build a dungeon, but what about if you build a world also?
Yeah.
To build to build a dungeon, one must build the world around said dungeon
Right.
first.
One must first build the world. And so like the customers will like leave little reviews to let you know how you're doing. So like I didn't plant enough grass at first, and so all of the players were complaining that they had to sit and wait for grass to grow so that they could do the quest. And so I had to plant more grass, and I was like, this is too real.
I played this last Next Fest actually, and I really enjoyed it. They seem to have added quite a bit since then as well. What I really liked about the dungeon building on the first time round is that when you're building your dungeon, you get like a set amount of steps, I guess, that you can build at first, and I think you can increase those by doing certain things in the game. But you get to place your treasure chests and stuff, your loot piles. You get to place your traps and just watch everybody struggle and die. It's great.
And you also can be a player.
Yeah, you can be the player as well and try it out for yourself.
Yeah, so it's such an ambitious project, and they're nailing it in my opinion.
Yep.
Like it's just and they know what they've got so much to the point where they're like, yeah, so we made a bunch of different modes so that you can play this game how you want to. So like you can just play creative mode, which gives you everything including mod tools, or just build mode, which lets you build without having to like worry about the running the studio aspect of the game. Or you can do it all.
But I like the studio aspect of the game. The studio aspect of the game adds a lot of humor to it, I think.
We didn't even get to that stuff in the demo. That's how extensive the demo is now. I just spent the whole time building my little town and didn't even realize or get to the fact that I could like actually get out of the game and into the world.
So this is definitely on Cessa's wish list now.
Oh yeah. I loved it. It was so much fun.
And that is Let's Build a Dungeon. Does this have a demo up as well for people?
Yes, they do.
There you go. Let's go try it out. Honestly, you will have such a blast. It's such a good game.
They're slated to release sometime this year, but that's all we know.
TM. Coming soon.
All right. And then last but certainly not least on our list of faves is another one that we got to play together because we did a co-stream to play some of these co-op demos.
Kalabini night, yeah.
This one is called Animal Kinds, and it was just absolutely full of cuteness. It was so freaking cute.
I'm so glad we got to play this time around because I wanted to play this last time and we didn't get to it. So the fact that it was back, I was like, oh my god, I don't care what we do, we are playing this, and I'm so glad we did. It exceeded cuteness expectations.
Now,
I knew it was gonna be cute, but I wasn't prepared.
Right? No, not at all. And I will warn you, if you're gonna try playing this with friends, the demo itself is a little bit confusing when it comes to multiplayer, but the devs are aware of it. They actually came into our streams and told us how to do it, and we're like, we're fixing it, I swear. So that's something that's going to be
Yeah.
fixed. So don't let it turn you off.
It was
Just
really
know.
sweet in general with the
Yeah.
deaths from Animal Kind because like they hung around and
Mm-hmm.
whenever we bumped into any kind of bug, they're like taking notes and yeah, we're fixing it.
Yeah.
Like they told us what what they're working on and took notes of things that they saw that they weren't aware of yet and stuff. So they're very hands-on,
Mm-hmm.
which is always such a joy to see.
But yeah, the premise of this game is you are these little animals. At the moment, it's you can be a cat, a corgi, or a raccoon. Um, and you kind of like spawn into this world, and you have a mech. Um, and with this mech, you can gather things and build up an entire civilization for the other animals that live on the island. Yeah, so like it's kind of got that Animal Crossing aspect where you like meet the little animals and become friends with them, and then you can build them a house and they'll come live in it, and just it's so cute. And I think most importantly, you can sploot and move while splooted, which is pretty much all I did for about 10 minutes.
Look at me just zoom past you. Oh yeah, we had fun. We had fun in this game. It was great. You can also the animals that you do get, you can also choose different colors. So, there was no pink cat, but there was a void kitty, and it makes me so happy that the void kitty was actually just that. It was pure black. Like there was
Mm-hmm.
no shading or what's. It was just pure void, like a little black hole, and I loved it. And then the mech you get, you can also customize its colors a little bit as well, so you can make it a little bit more unique to yourself. There's a bunch of little interactions you can do between the animals as well. It's a really cute game, and there's housing obviously, and the housing seems to get really extensive later on. We obviously didn't get quite that far, but this is definitely one on my to watch list
Yeah, I got to
for
a
sure.
tent in the cave. But yeah, it really was very good. And already with just what little we got to play with, it was just so fun.
Hmm.
And we didn't do much. We were very distracted by this point. It had
We
been
were
a
just
long day for
distracted by all
Luna.
the cuteness. It was
Yeah.
yeah, it was like what, a 7 hour stream that day,
Uh,
accidentally. Um, but it was great. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I think
It,
it has a ton of potential, and I think the city building aspect is going to be really cool.
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
Ugh, I
those are
can't
the
wait for this game to
top.
be out.
However, again, like I said, choosing that was already difficult enough because there were so many good demos.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
we're gonna talk about a few more because this is the next Fest episode anyway. We get to do what we want.
Yeah, we do what we want
So
when
what's
we
your
want, and
first
you guys have to deal
honorable
with it.
mention?
Um, I think I wanna mention Puny the Florist first.
Okay.
Um, Puny the Florist was like again a really you oh my god, I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, you're a young girl who just graduated and is out trying to find a job, and she gets I don't know, I guess recruited by this little fairy to go work in the fairy's flower shop. And you just arrange bouquets and meet all these extremely vibrant people characters, and they're so cute. Like one of the first characters you meet is like a little dog person, and they're acting very dog like super hyper excited and everything. It's just adorable. Um it has so much humor. It makes fun of the fairy not looking very fairy like, but more looking like a little bug. So nobody really knows like, is it a fairy? Is it a bug? And, everybody's like, oh yeah, like the dog person comes in. It's like I was chasing this bug, but I lost it, and then it turns out to be the fairy. Um, and you get like these descriptions of the bouquets that you want, and you have to make it yourself. You can customize them completely how you want. There's different wrappings as well, and as you get further in the game, you unlock more flowers and more decorations and stuff for the game. It's got great humor. It's very relaxing, especially if you love arranging bouquets. I love arranging bouquets IRL as well. I don't do a lot because it's really expensive, but I really love doing it. So having a game where I get to do that and where I kind of have to like read what the customer wants and try and achieve that in my own little way is really cute. There was one mission, I guess mission quest, whatever you want to call it, where it's like, I want a flower bouquet that looks like a dinosaur, and I'm like, how the heck? Like, what in the world? A flower bouquet that looks like a dinosaur, but we managed, and it was really cute. I really, really loved it. I laughed a lot and I laughed really hard doing this this demo. So I think this one and Witch's Bakery made me laugh really, really hard. Like wholeheartedly laugh, you know? So yeah, they're definitely some of my favorite picks for sure.
Okay, and their demo is still up, so you can check it out.
Yeah. And they were really, the devs reached out to me on social media as well and thanked me for playing their game and stuff. So, you know.
Aw, yay.
That adds to the sweetness of the whole thing.
All right, so once again, that was Puny the Florist. That's Puni.
Puny.
It looks really cute. I like the art style. I don't know if I would vibe as much with the flower decorating, but I love what you're doing in it. When I was watching the video, it was very cute, and the way that you can like tweak the flowers subtly, very nice. Okay, on my part, I guess one that I'll talk about because I was, this was one that I knew of. I had been getting different like, you know, emails about it basically, and I was like, I don't know about this one. Like, I couldn't tell if it was one that I'd like, even though it was a frog game. It's called Froggy Hates Snow. It is this weird little, like, it's a rogue-like frog game where you have to dig through freezing snow to find treasures and, like, escape or battle the creatures that are trying to take over your warm home.
Aww.
And there was something really charming about it. Everybody that I know that played it really, really loved it, which was interesting because it was a couple different kinds of gamers that all decided that we liked it together. So I was like, oh, that's interesting.
That's cool.
I think part of it is, I mean, it's incredibly satisfying to just go through the snow and clear your little pathways.
Oh, I saw you play this.
Yes, and like you carry a little, like you can find a little wagon, and then you just have this little red wagon that you fill with treasure, and it's just so freaking cute. And I don't know, it just works. Like you use your tongue as your weapon, but you can get different upgrades as you survive longer. And there's a lot of different levels as well. So like we only played the first one because I had to stop myself and move to a different game.
Okay.
But we had unlocked another level in the demo itself by finishing this one. We escaped through the door. So you have two options basically. You can find enough keys and find the door, and then you can leave. Or you build up your stockpile so that you can fight a boss. And that's that's the other win condition, basically. So we didn't actually get to a boss this time. But, I don't know. Digging through the snow and finding little treasures was a lot of fun. And then there were also, like, weird environmental stories. So, like, you could dig through and find just, like, a giant satellite dish or what looks like a crashed satellite that's supposed to be up in space. And you're just like,
oh my God,
what happened here? And
it
there's
makes me feel cold, honestly, because like I feel like the way they did the textures of the snow and stuff seemed to be so good.
Well, that's part of the survival is like you do have a cold meter, and so after a while you need to go back to your base and warm up or you'll freeze. And they have like a bunch of different frog skins that you can unlock, and like I said, they have a bunch of levels, and it was really fun. And I'm so glad that they had a demo because, like I said, it was one that I'd seen a lot of, and I was just like, I don't know, like that could be fun, but it could
Mm-hmm.
just be gimmicky. And so I'm so glad that I got to try it because it was 100% fun.
It looks. Oh my god, I should have played that. It looks fun.
They still have their demo up, so anybody who wants to try a demo can. We don't know when their release is, but yeah, I liked it. I think it's in a good point, or it's at a good place already. So I imagine it's probably going to be ready pretty soon.
So they don't have a release date yet. You said sorry.
No, they don't. It
No,
just
not yet.
says
Okay.
coming soon, you know. And they did have different
Mm-hmm.
modes as well, so you could do like casual or survival. So you
Okay.
could just experience like the little story or whatever, or just have fun playing in the snow, whatever you want, really. um,
Okay. Cute.
yeah, it was really charming. I can't wait to actually play more of it. I almost went back and played more off stream. The only reason I didn't is because I had other new ones that I needed to try.
Okay. Nice. I do have one more that I want to talk about,
Yeah,
if that's
go
okay.
ahead.
Shantytown. So, this was a game that I saw, and I was already thinking about playing it, but I had been thinking about playing it, and then I got reached out to try and um to do a sponsorship segment for it. So this is sponsored. I was sponsored to play Shantytown. I did get paid to play Shantytown, but I wholeheartedly loved it. And I remember they messaged me that the demo is technically only 30 minutes long, um, but they'd appreciate if I did like an hour of worth of content. And I was nervous for it. I had no reason to be nervous. That game sucked me in. I think I could have spent easily 3 hours in that demo, honestly. It was just, it's a, it's a shantytown builder. If you're familiar with Tiny Town, I think it's called Tiny Town, right? Where
I think so.
you yeah, where you build up like a tiny little town. That's all you do. You just mix and match buildings next to each other, and you can decorate the outside with them with decorations like flowers and lights and stuff like that. This is very similar to that, except that it's a shanty town. So the whole purpose of this is trying to find the beauty in everyday kind of hectic life. So you're building all these like really cramped up neighborhoods with a lot of like little alleyways and everything like that, but you're finding the beauty within those neighborhoods. So so through lights, through lighting, through plants, through a bunch of little things. I really, really, really love this. I did catch myself not being super interactive with chat there because I was just so enthralled with the building of it. Um, but I this is a game that did go on my wish list, and I absolutely plan on getting and playing. I don't know if this is a game I will be streaming a whole lot, but I definitely see myself on like a night when I just wanna play something that I can just, like, like tunnel vision myself in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, this is definitely a game for that. I think it was really nice, and basically you get different levels. So you start off with the docks that you kind of build up the pier, and then you have your main location. So the first one is the docks. Second one is a lighthouse area that you have to build up. So you're building up like a town, a really cramped in questionable stability town around this lighthouse. We definitely build very stable homes in this.
The
Absolutely.
Stablist.
um and it was a lot of fun. I really loved it. After this we had to do like one at a train station, and you get like these main locations, right, that you have to do, but there's also sub locations. The sub locations were barred off during the demo, so you weren't able to do like the little in between locations, which I'm really excited to try out. Honestly, it was really good. I really loved having like this kind of limited area that you were allowed to build in, and so you had to kind of think a bit creatively. How best can you fit in as many apartments, shops, buildings, whatever, in the the tiniest place possible, you know?
Yeah, this is
Um,
wild.
it's great. It's honestly great. This is Shantytown. I highly recommend. I need to check real quick. When is this releasing again? I think it's also due in April. April 16th is the planned release date at the moment. So yeah, definitely go wishlist this. This is done by a single dev, by the way, as well. Just saying. This is a single dev doing this.
That's crazy.
So, go support them because they are doing the absolute most here. And it was a gorgeous demo, and I really can't wait to play it. Shantytown.
Shantytown. All right, I will mention one more, and then we'll move on to, I guess,
One
a
more.
little bit of
Can't
other
you do
stuff
it?
before we leave.
You have so
Okay.
much you want to talk about. What do you mean a little bit of other stuff?
Listen, we've been talking a lot, okay? All right, my last mention for this Next Fest edition of Pixel Yaps will have to be Burden Street Station. I choose this one because it was very odd. It was very different from a lot of the other games that were on there, and I like to showcase those. So this was a little game where basically you are an entity called a librarian, and your job
Okay.
is to get books to tell you their story, so that they can be eaten by a higher consciousness that feasts on like people's memories.
Yeah,
So,
naturally.
You're
Of
this
course.
like you're basically a collection of shapes. So like at the beginning I was like a square body with like these little legs and an eyeball for a head.
Oh my god.
And you're this collection of shapes because each shape has a different like personality type which changes the way that you respond. And so the main goal of the game is obviously to get through these dialogues in a way that extracts the most information. So you have to figure
Okay.
out like what type of personality that you're talking to and what type of personality that they would respond to. So at first you just like starting in this little library talking to little books who tell you about their life, but then you meet this one book who refuses to tell you. And so you escalate it up and they're just like, well, I don't know what to do about this. And basically you kind of get kicked out. And so you go on an adventure with this kind of rogue book, basically, where you got to talk to these different people who live in the world using the different shapes, and you can collect different shapes to have different response types. And you just figure out what the heck is going on, basically, and what to do with this book. And how to get to, I think it was like some archives or something that you're going to ultimately.
Okay.
But it was just really
Sounds
weird.
It sounds like such a fever dream of a game, honestly.
It is. Well, and it looks like a fever dream of a game. Like it's kind of this hand-drawn, almost cut-out style art. Like it's like kind of
Okay.
it's almost like graffiti, just like all over the place. It was just very unique. And then you have a stamina system, which is basically your social candle. So
Right.
every time you get something wrong or you have to like redo a conversation because you chose the wrong approach, your candle burns down a little bit more, and you got to like actually go rest to be able to talk to people again because your social candle runs out.
Relatable.
Yeah, and it was just, we met a couple like kooky characters, and like it just, I don't know, it was very charming and weird, and
Okay.
I honestly loved it a lot.
Sounds so kooky.
Yeah, it's
And
a
it sounds
very
like
weird
such a sus
narrative.
game.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's hard
Oh
to
my
describe. It's just a very surreal game. But yeah, we
You know what
definitely.
else is surreal? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say we definitely played a lot more demos during Next Fest. I know with Luna, you could probably check her VODs. With me, they're all on YouTube. My YouTube.
Cess played a lot more demos during Next Fest. I didn't play that many more.
You actually played a good chunk this year. I was looking through your
I
VODs,
tried.
so
I did
you
try.
can be proud. But
Yeah.
moving on because we've been talking about demos for an hour. Um,
There's so many things to talk about. I want to quickly mention, because I know we're going to be talking about this other thing next. But before we talk about this other thing, this isn't in the, technically not in the upcoming releases yet, not this month. But one of the games that I've been looking forward to for so long, Moonlight Peaks, finally has a release date. July 7th. So mark your calendars, everybody. The cutest, newest farm sim game where you play as a vampire. So you are doing your farming stuff during the nighttime, and you can transform into bat. And there is romancing, and there are other creatures of the night, if you will, is coming out July 7th. That's Moonlight Peaks. I'm so excited to finally have a release date. It looks so good.
noise. Do they still have a demo up?
I don't know actually. Let me check real quick. Right.
Some
They
neck
do.
romancy. Yeah, so you can check out the
They
demo.
still have their demo up. Check it out. Another game that's been announced. I think this is coming out July 10th, if I remember. I woke up to my my wall on Twitter and on Blue Sky being full of this. Echoes of Aincrad. If anybody's familiar with Sword Art Online, which is an anime, some people love it, some people hate it. To me, I love it. It's a very personal anime, but I've never played any of their games, specifically because I didn't want to play a game that changed the story of certain characters that I liked. I wanted to play a game set in the Sword Art Online universe, like Aincrad and stuff, where I can play my own character. And they're finally doing this. It's going to be an open world RPG, JRPG, and you get to create your own character and really follow your own separate storyline. And that's Echoes of Aincrad from Sword Art Online, coming out on July 10th. And they're also going to be releasing a new anime that is coming out to kind of promote this game as well. This one is being done by Bandai, so I have high hopes for that. Those are my two segue tidbits that I quickly wanted to announce slash make aware of.
You gonna catch your breath there?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up will be our other main topic because Luna is obsessed with it and I low-key am too. We started playing Pokopia.
Woo!
So Luna, what about this game has you so enthralled? Tell us.
What doesn't have me so enthralled would be the easier question. Honestly, I remember them showing this, and I was like, when they first announced it, I already was losing my mind. I'm like, oh my god, it's Minecraft and Pokemon, what the heck? Like, I only played Minecraft for the first time like a year ago and absolutely loved it. And I've been a fan of Pokemon ever since I can remember. So the two of them kind of merging together, I was like, holy moly. So I already knew that I was probably gonna love this. And then a couple days before the release of Pokopia, all the reviews, this has been the best reviews that Pokemon has ever received for any of their games, like across the board. So I went into this with high expectations. I was really worried about my high expectations because I was like, for me, I feel like if you're going into something with high expectations, you're basically asking to be disappointed. So I tried to go into everything with fairly low expectations. Um, and that did absolutely not happen. However, it did not disappoint. So far, it has not disappointed. This is like Animal Crossing meets Minecraft meets Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. It's everything, all of this wrapped up into one beautiful box. And it's super vibrant. I love the like the but when I say Minecraft, I mean with the blocks that you get, right? Like that's pretty much as far as Minecraft as you get with that. It's not um the worlds aren't individually generated. Everybody has the same world. But um you get to kind of tear this world apart or build it up as much as you want. It's a wasteland when you get there. Everything's dead. Pokemon people have been seen for years. The lore here is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to explore more. Um and the way it works is you start rehydrating, rebuilding this land, this wasteland. You start bringing color and life back into it. And as you're doing this, Pokemon will start appearing more up more, and you can build different habitats. Like if you build something high up on the cliffside, it will attract different Pokemon too. If you build something near the water, um, day and night will attract different Pokemon as well. Something being brightly lit or dimly lit will attract different. It's so beyond. It's amazing.
And on that
There's
note, it's
so many
tied to
things to
real
do.
time.
It is tied to real time. That is my one disappointment so far, is that it is tied to real time. Personally, I it doesn't surprise me. I feel like Pokemon has always been tied to real time like this. Um, but when it
Well, and so
comes
is
to like
Animal
being more
Crossing.
player friendly, yeah, when it comes to being more player friendly, I feel like games that actually have their own day night cycle are arguably better for me personally, because a lot of times, unless I am lucky, like lucky and unlucky, like right now my hubby's home because life reasons, whatever, and because of that, I've had a little bit more time to play during the day. But usually, my time to play would be during the night, after baby's gone to sleep, which means that I wouldn't experience any of these Pokemon that you would only get during the day. So that is where I will say capping the Pokemon to only getting them during daytime or nighttime is going to be a little bit tricky for people who can predominantly only play in daytime or nighttime. Like you will have to try and play both daytime and nighttime. Um, but apart from that, it's great.
Well, and I wonder if, because
You
like
want
in
to say something,
Animal,
Sess?
well, because in Animal Crossing you could change the time in the game. One of the older ones, anyway. So I wonder if they have that ability, because it's just like it's not a big deal, but I don't want to change the time of my console, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's a little bit further of a step that I wanted to do.
yeah. I'm not opposed to doing that, honestly, but yeah. Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
get
I
to
mean,
just
I
build up everything. It's amazing. I love it. I'm gonna go back and play it after this. Just
you don't say.
I have stuff to do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it
sorry,
was
I
really
interrupted you.
charming too. I liked that it wasn't just like, oh, you collect these Pokemon and then they work with you. I like that the Pokemon have a personality to them and they kind of live their own lives independent of what you're up to. So like you'll just
Yep.
wander through your town and you'll see them chatting with each other, or like I walked by
Yeah.
Bulbasaur and he did a little vine heart and I basically died because it was so cute.
Oh,
And yeah, he was talking to one
and
of
they
the
give you
others.
gifts. They give each other gifts as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like they feed each other like berries and stuff. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's just like it feels
They
like they
cook so
learned a
hard.
lot from the other games, obviously, that they've already made, like this
Yeah.
Animal Crossing predominantly. Like I
Mhm.
do see a lot of Animal Crossing in this game, like from the DIY system to the way that you do the crafting. It's
Yeah.
just very Animal Crossing, but like not in a way that feels cheap, you know. It's in the
Yeah.
way
No.
that it works.
I mean, you can arguably say they included Kirby in this, honestly.
Yeah, you have you like have an ability where you basically can suck up all the stuff around you, so you don't have to pick it up at once. And I absolutely was
Kirby
just like, this is
style.
Kirby, yeah, and they can get away with that because they're Nintendo. It's their Kirby's
Yeah.
theirs.
Yeah.
um,
Oh my god, it's great, honestly. I know, and this is so hard because I want to be like, I feel like everybody should get this game, everybody should go play it, and I do feel that way. There is a small thing that it is technically
mhm.
only available on the Switch too.
Unless you have a friend with a Switch
However,
too.
yeah, if you have a friend with a Switch 2, you do not have a Switch 2 or Pokopia, obviously. You can couch co-op with that friend,
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
and
It
you
was
can play
unfortunate it was
Pokopia.
only couch co-op.
Yeah,
But I understand. Um, but that is so cool. So yeah, you can basically you would be piggybacking off of your friend's Switch too.
hmm
Um, and their
but
machine
you
would be
know,
running the game.
I feel like considering that it's Nintendo, I feel like the fact that it is available for couch co-op is still freaking massive.
It's very important, yeah,
So
because
yeah.
that's kind of Nintendo's whole brand. So that was a nice thing
hmm
to see. Um, because then it works for people who like say couples who is just like, well, I only have one Switch too, but I have this old Switch as
Yeah,
well. So yeah.
yeah, exactly. For like myself and my husband, like we a lot of times always have to, I mean, you're probably familiar with this, having to get every game twice so you guys can
Hmm.
both enjoy it. So whenever a game is available, like Pokopia is with couch co-op, I'm like, yes, finally, I only need to buy one version.
I also found
Oh
it really
god.
cute how over time, as the Pokemon started to like you better, they would call you by the name that you chose. So I'm
Yeah.
Derpsere. So
Oh
all of the
god.
Pokemon are starting to call me Derpsere.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I don't know. It a lot of times when it comes to the bigger developers these days, you feel like maybe you're not getting everything you hoped for out of a game, but
Bang for your buck. Yeah.
this has been really really charming, and I don't really think I have too many complaints outside of obviously being tied to real
No.
time can be a problem and stuff like that,
Yep.
but that's kind of a Nintendo staple, so I'm used to it at this point. Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's that thing. A lot of, I think that's why I have more and more gravitated more towards indie games, because I feel like a lot of times, because they're just starting out, right? They're r- way more reasonably priced than some of these like AAA
mm-hmm.
companies, right? And so it's easier to be like, hey, I'm gonna try this game out that's like $25 versus hey, I'm gonna try this game out that's 60 or $80, right? Like that's a
Mm-hmm.
huge price difference.
Yep.
Um, but I am so glad, so relieved that I feel like Pokopia is worth the price tag. Um, it's steep if you have to get a Switch 2 for it,
Yeah.
obviously.
Uh,
uh,
yeah, maybe just
but
wait
it's
till you have a
it's
Switch too.
yeah. If you do
Uh,
have a Switch 2, highly recommend. Highly recommend.
yeah, so
Yeah, I
that's
think
what Luna's been obsessed with. And a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
people
play
actually.
after podcast with Cess, but she has other plans,
I think it'll be more
as
fun to
per
play
usual.
together when we've gotten a little farther into the game. Because actually, one other thing that I did like about
Fair.
it, um, is it's very like so. I watched you play a little, and then I played, and then
Yeah.
I watched T play
Yeah.
a little, and it was interesting how we were all in different. We were all doing very different things.
Yeah, I peeked
Yeah.
into your stream, and I was like, "What the heck? What? How is she already this far?" And then, like you were doing stuff that I didn't even know existed, and and then you ran back to your town. I'm like, "Oh, but she hasn't done this, this, and this." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I like that you can do that though. I like that you can take the game and you can progress it in so many different ways, you know?
Yeah, like
Like
I don't feel
everybody,
stuck.
nobody's journey is going to be the same.
Mm-hmm. And
I love that.
the other thing that I thought was kind of charming was whenever you got a major quest or something, the character would be like, but you can also just like keep decorating or like fulfilling requests for other Pokemon. Like you don't have to do this right now. I thought that was kind of cute because it was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good game. Oh, I'm so happy it's a good game. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just oozing with cuteness. I mean, my gosh. I feel like there was a couple moments when I was playing where I was just like, well, I've died and gone to cuteness heaven because, like, I don't know if I can handle any more of this.
I'm done. The end. Goodbye, world. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Oh yeah, there's also photo op mode as well.
Oh,
And I don't know if
yeah.
you noticed, but on the start screen of it, it features some of your latest pictures that you took,
Oh, I had not noticed that yet. No, that's cool.
which I think is just, it doesn't, make the game better or anything. It's just a really cute touch.
Mm-hmm. Forgot Charmander. Yeah, and the cool thing with the photo moments is like they'll unlock different frames and stuff for you. So there's just like
Yeah.
there's a lot of different ways to unlock stuff in the game. And that's pretty fun. Like, unlocking different cosmetics by finding lore. I thought that was a really
Yeah.
clever way to do it, where it's just like, oh, I found this magazine and I don't think I was going to get much out of it because it was only one page, but now I have a new hairstyle.
The fact that you can even, like, you can do housing in this, you can rebuild habitats, meet different Pokemon. There's fashion. Like, it feels like they thought of everything in a way, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
so far. I did not expect them to go this hard, but they went there.
Yeah,
And
and they
I'm
even added
loving every second.
the animation because they probably see how often gamers spin themselves. And so when you spin
Yeah!
yourself really fast, Ditto gets all like wrapped around
I know.
himself. It's so
Yeah.
freaking funny. It's just, I don't know, it's all these little details that just kind of
Yeah.
culminate into a very fun, a game that feels alive a little bit, Like
Yeah.
it just, it's interesting to see this after how, I mean, like, the Animal Crossing villagers, right? Like ended up being a little bit disappointing in New Horizons compared to the older Animal Crossing entries. And this feels more back to what older Animal Crossings were, where they just have this personality and they interact with the world and they interact with each other. And, I'll be interested to see if any of them end up not liking each other. I think that would be really funny. Because so far, obviously, they're all just friends. But I think it would be really funny if some of them were just like, I don't like that one. Can you move me further away?
Yeah, so far I haven't seen any of that, but I am curious to see if that will happen. I did see today, I was walking past two of them and they seemed to be like having an argument or something. They were like stomping their feet and like kind of like doing the yelling motions. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they'll have like little heated debates about stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very cute. Yeah, that's I guess I think that covers it pretty well. That's Pokemon Pokopia. If you have a Switch too, it's definitely a highly recommend from both myself and Luna.
Yeah.
And if not, you couldn't live vicariously through all of the streamers that have it right now.
Yeah. Literally everybody on my list right now is playing Pokopia. Oh my goodness.
I did want to.
Did we cover everything?
Well, I wanted to mention
No.
one more game that I played this week.
We haven't done our upcoming games. Are we
Yeah,
doing
we're
that
gonna do
this
that
time, or did we
next.
have to?
We'll do that right
Right,
after
okay,
this,
I
I
was
think,
like,
unless you had something else.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
I just wanted to quickly mention Mist Paw Ravine because I played it
Oh my god.
the
Not
other
again.
day for its release, and it was so freaking cute. It's like a little automation game with magical witches familiar cats.
I do
and-
have to AFK real quick to
Yeah,
say
it's fine.
goodnight to a toddler, but you keep on yapping. I'll be right
Go
back.
say goodnight. So yeah, you have this little cat colony, and you have to build up their resources so that they can thrive. Um, it was really cute, y'all. You start out with this like little parcel of land, very little green, and you have to build water pumps basically to fill the ravines, and then the green grows out around them. And so you just kind of have this fun mechanic of trying to push further and further out until you max out the map. And then you have to try and we had a bit of a struggle trying to keep some of the mist back because some of it will like encroach on your map. But I don't know. It was just so much fun, and it's so colorful, and the music is nice. It is a great it's a great game to relax with after a long day, in my opinion. I did receive a key from it from the dev, and I thought it was kind of funny because I hadn't realized until like the day I streamed it. I went and looked up the dev again, and I was like, oh, they made another game that I played. They made the Lost Nova game, which had a very similar style of art in terms of like the colorfulness and the bounciness of it. And I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
This
so yeah,
game
this
I
is...
saw you play like on the big farm, like what you're showing right now, right? And I
Mhm.
was like, wow, this looks like so much. And then afterwards, Lava had to start streaming, and she was doing this. And then I saw the beginning of it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
oh
it ramps
no.
up nicely. Like it doesn't.
I was like, oh no, I like it.
Yeah, I almost got overwhelmed like when I was trying to fight back the mist. And we
Okay.
had a food production issue for a little bit, but there's even like an easier mode as well because we were just playing on normal and a harder mode. So
Right.
like there's a lot of replayability, and like I'm going to go back. We
Mm-hmm.
technically beat the game cuz we built the wonder, but I'm going to go back and
Okay.
make sure that I color all of the land, you know, get water everywhere that needs to have water and stuff like that. And just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fill it out and
obviously.
build my town. And one
Mm-hmm.
of the things that I really liked, and I even mentioned it to the dev because he popped into stream, you can move stuff whenever you want after you've built it and
Oh,
stuff. So even while it's
I find it
being
so
built,
funny that that's become. I find it so funny that that's become such a like, oh my god, this feature is amazing. I love
right?
this.
Praise
Keep it, because
be.
like in so many games, it's either not possible at all, or it's really freaking complicated or expensive to do so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that
Oh my
was really
goodness.
nice because I felt like I didn't feel like there was pressure on where I placed things because I could move them
Hmm.
whenever I needed to. So I could place things where they fit and then move them later when I actually want to like make my town look cool.
Yeah. Don't you hate it when you can't do that, and then
I
you're
hate
like
it.
thinking overtime on
Yeah.
where to place things, and then you finally decide to place it there, and then later on it's like, no, I shouldn't have placed it there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really appreciated just the ease of
Yeah.
moving things. Yeah, I just wanted
Let's
to mention
move
that because I
stuff,
had so
guys.
much fun with it. Um,
Fair, fair. That looked really cute.
But yeah, I as Luna said, what we have last is what we have every time at the end of the podcast, which is our upcoming releases that we are
Yay.
keeping an eye on. Um, so first off is actually a game I will be playing next week because I got a key. Thank you to the devs. It's called Lost and Found Co. I tried this. I
Okay.
want to say it was during the last Next Fest. Um, and so it's like a little hidden object game, but it also has like a bit of a story to it. And you're running a lost and
Hmm.
found company, so you have to like do those quests and stuff for people. And it just has a lot of really cute interactivity. Like you click
Okay.
on different things and they'll do stuff, or if you put certain things together because you can like place some objects, it might, you know, make something else happen in that area. Um
Mm.
it's just really charming, and I like a good hidden object game. And so I liked the way that this one blended being a hidden object game with a bit of an adventure, more story than I would say most hidden object games get to have.
Okay.
Because there's just a lot of interaction between the little characters and the things that you're supposed to find.
Yeah, I
So
feel like I
yeah,
remember you talking about this before.
Yeah, well, it looks like a sticker book a little bit, so it's just very very colorful and
Okay.
cute, and all the little characters are just silly and just a lot of fun little interactions. But that comes out on March 6th, so today is their release. Congratulations.
Happy release day.
That's right, and it's very cute, and they still have a demo, so if you want to check out the demo and try it before you buy it, you can do that. Next up we have a co-op game. I haven't had a chance to try this one out, but it looks like so much fun. It's called The Artifactory. It comes out on March 10th. And it's a co-op. It's kind of like a co-op cooking game, like a little bit like, Serve Up or whatever, or Plates Up or whatever they're called. So you're like running this magical factory, and so you have to like make potions and stuff like that, and make like loot boxes for people to buy, I guess. But everything is kind of jank, so you and your team of friends need to make sure that all of the machines are running, and you'll have to go like fix one while you're in the middle of something else. And so like the potential for chaos and just silliness is really high in my opinion.
Okay.
So it just looks like a fun game to play with a group of 4 friends. It's got cute little artwork, a lot of different little animations for the machines. They do like the cauldron and some kind of like enchanting table and a blacksmith and stuff like that. And you can hit your friends with a wrench, which is important.
Love that. Yes, absolutely. I mean, you gotta make sure that yeah, I get nothing.
You gotta keep those friends in line,
I was trying to think of something nice.
But yeah, that is...
Yeah, show them who's the boss.
That's the Artifactory, March 10th. They still have a demo, so you can try it with your friends, see if they like it, and maybe buy it and have a new chaotic party game. I don't know your life. We also have... Now, this is a really funny thing that kind of happened. The same thing happened during Next Fest. We have 2 games coming out back to back, basically, and they are both called Piece by Piece. Now, both of these games were in the same Next Fest together. I remember because I played them both.
Was someone black and white?
It's not black and white, but it's got like jigsaw puzzles. But the first Piece by Piece, it's such bad timing for these guys. I can't.
Oh, I see them. I thought there was another one that was like black and white.
Probably.
Anyway, carry on. Ignore me.
But the first one is a little game where you're opening up a shop. Like you inherit your family's repair shop, and so you got to repair items for the forest folk. And you like paint them, and you can paint different things to sell, and you can like make furniture and stuff to put in your shop. And so it's like a little shopkeeper game / fix-it game / casual simulation. And it's just so cute. Like you're just this little fox, and all the little forest creatures are absolutely adorable. And honestly, the mechanic of fixing the items is really fun. I had a lot of fun with that in the demo.
Okay.
So that's the first Piece by
Watch your
Piece.
VOD back.
Oh, this one was a long time ago. This was last year. So March 11th is this Piece by Piece. And then, as I mentioned, we have another Piece by Piece, which is actually a puzzle game. And they call it a literal puzzle platformer because you literally put jigsaw puzzle pieces together to build your walkable, like your movable terrain. So like you have to move the piece that you're standing in sometimes, connect it to another piece, and now you're connected to another side of the map, basically. It's very, very creative. I had a lot of fun trying to figure out, okay, how do I put these pieces together to get to this key and then to get to this door? It was really, really cool. Just, it's not something I had seen before in my memory anyway. So it was very unique, and it was kind of like pixely graphics, and the background that the puzzle on will change based on like what level you're working on. So it's just got all these little details that kind of add up to make a really charming game.
Okay.
So that one is the other piece by piece, releasing on March 13th. So they have about a day of no confusion.
Oh my god.
I just found it so funny that they were releasing so close to each other while also having been in the same Next Fest. I was just like, man, what are the odds? I wish them
That's
both
kinda
luck.
funny. Do they know about each other? They must know about each other.
They must know by now. They had to have seen the memes. Yeah, but that one, it was really, really charming. I liked it. Both of those games were. And then last on the upcoming releases list was a game that was part of this Next Fest, and they are coming out on, what does that say?
March 13th, apparently.
March 13th. It's like, it's too small. March 13th.
You wrote it, Cess. Come on.
I don't remember things. I wrote that last night. This one, I was surprised by this one. This is another one of those games where I'm actually really glad that it had a demo, because I had seen it around Blue Sky, and I was like, I don't know about this game. Like, it seems gimmicky, because it's a match 3 game. But I actually really, really liked it. The art is freaking adorable. Like, just so cute. Plus, it has the Greek god setting, so you're Artemis, but you're not a god yet. So you're like a young Artemis trying to become a god. And so you have to, like, complete all these trials to become a god. And so you just get these ridiculous interaction with other gods. And you use your bow to collect items to, like, help build things and stuff. And then there's, like, a little match 3 game that you have to play. That's part of the trial of the gods, basically. And so at first it's really, really difficult because you don't really have the upgrades to do it. But as you help out the humans, you start gaining more, like, favor. Basically, you get more god powers, basically. And so you can start doing cooler and cooler things. It was, again, I'm just really glad it had a demo, because I really, really liked it. And I didn't even play this one on stream, because I actually tried it out a few days before Next Fest, because their demo was already out.
Right.
But yeah, I really, really liked it. And I am a person who, I do play a match 3 game. Or a match game, I should say. I play one on my phone. So that's where I was kind of like, well, I don't understand how a match 3 game works in a, like, more open world setting. Not necessarily open world, but, like, you could move around and, like, go to different areas and talk to NPCs and stuff. So I was like, I don't understand how this is gonna work. But it works.
Yeah. It sounds
works.
cute. I'm intrigued by the plot that you described, honestly.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Did you say that you were going to be playing this?
Yeah, probably not right away, because I have a lot going on right now. But
Fair.
yeah, it is definitely, it is on the we're gonna stream it list at least once. But yeah, that is Cesire's upcoming games of the 2 weeks. Gotta find a better way to say that. Although I think there's a lot in there that Luna could like too. I think Luna would like Lost and Found. I think you would like the piece by piece with the artifacts. And I think you would like Myth Match.
Myth Match sounds really interesting to me, not gonna lie. Like,
yeah.
I like the plot there that you described.
And again, the art is just so cute. Like, ugh, it's just beautiful. But yeah, anything else you want to add, Luna? Any last thoughts? Okay.
I added all the things I went breathless a few times this podcast. It's almost like I'm excited for things. I don't know. It's weird.
That sounds fake. What does that even mean? A first thought. Wow, chat. Chat's bullying Luna.
Listen, the brain cell exists somewhere, okay? It's not very present, but occasionally it peeks its head. I love how the brain cell has a head now.
Brain cell has its own head, apparently. Okay, well, I think then we can safely say that's a yap.
That's a yap!
That's a yap.
Episode 20 of Pixel Yaps. Holy moly, I can't believe we're at 20. For those who haven't caught yet, we have changed our schedule slightly. So instead of being live every second Tuesday, we are now live every second Friday. So you guys can look forward to end of week Pixel Yaps. And as always, I will always be posting this up on my YouTube and on our joint Spotify the next day. So this will be available to watch at 4 p.m. Watch/listen at 4 p.m. Central Europe time on Saturday. And if you do want to catch it live, we are live every second Friday on Cesire's Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/itsatreat with 3 E's. And yeah, I am Loonaromi. Call me Luna. You can find me about 4 times a week on Twitch, potentially YouTube soon. I have a little series called Sprinkle of VTubing where I upload a customizable VTube video every other week on YouTube. And I'm also active on, I feel like, all of the social medias. If you type in Loonaromi and I'm there, it's most likely me. And if it's not, message me because it's somebody being an imposter. And this is my co-host.
Hello, I'm Cesire, like she said. I do stream on Twitch and now YouTube, actually. My Twitch is twitch.tv/itsatreat with 3 E's. And on YouTube, I'm actually It's a Cesire. So just to confuse you all. I'm also a Blue Sky as Cesire. So look for me there.
She likes confusing people. It's her jam.
I do. Well, I now say, so now when I start stream, I just say, welcome to the It's a Stream. Which I think is perfect.
Say a couple times, yeah.
Yeah, it's my new branding. It's a stream. But thank you all so much for listening. We will see you in 2 Fridays with some more Pixel Yap goodness. Stay tuned.
Pixels and yaps. Pixels and yaps. We like pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps. Pixels and yaps. We're yapping about pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps.